Hi teachers, my name is Matias Martinez. I am from section 5 and this is my first journal. And what I'm going to talk about on this journal is my learning process. What we saw in the first half of this semester was the units of identity and culture. Before this unit, I thought that identity was who you are and that's it. But on this course so far, I have learned that identity, it's a long process that is influenced by different social and cultural elements. For example, our identity formation process is influenced by our history, our national background, our age group. For example, a teenager right now, a young adult, if you want to call it that way. Everything is influenced. Everything influences your identity formation process. All your history as a person and all that. For example, when we introduce ourselves to someone and we want to start a conversation, we ask, what do you do? What do you like? We try to identify ourselves with that person to see what we have in common, what we like, what we don't like about that person. And I come to realize that identity is not only a matter of you, and it's not something that you have to stay for yourself. It's something that affects your whole social interaction with the world. And that's what I've come to learn and realize about identity. On further reflection about the semester so far is that I have come to realize that English is not easy. On school, I thought that English was going to be a piece of cake at university. It's going to be easy. Because at school I never had to study for a test. I never had to prepare a work seriously or properly, because at school English wasn't taken very seriously. And I thought that at university it's going to be on the same way because I never had other methodological ways to learn English. So when I arrived at this course of IEL, it was a different world for me. For example, on my first task, which was to make a photo book with reflections alongside the photos, I did a very mediocre work. I had a 3.8 as a mark, and I think that it represents my work because I didn't take seriously this work because I had the mentality of, oh, English is going to be easy. That's a lie. For example, on my first learning cycle plan, I established myself only one goal, which was to learn the concept of identity. And that's it. It was embarrassing when I had my feedback session and I had to present my learning cycle plan. It was a very mediocre feedback for me because I never established myself any goal or any important goal, and that's something I have to work on, especially my critical thinking. On my next task, I'm going to work on that. On the learning cycle plan that I'm working on right now, I established myself different goals so I can develop my different language skills. The skill that I'm working on, that I really want to improve on this second half of this semester, is my speaking part. I'm going to compare this journal to my next journal to see how much I have developed that skill. I'm going to take more seriously this course because it's not only going to help me as a teacher, it's going to help me as a non-native speaker. It's going to develop my critical thinking because on the dossier we see topics that are important, and that's it, I think. Thank you for watching.